Parafield Gardens High School is located in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. We've been working on cultural safety throughout the last year and are trialling a new process to respond to racism in our community.
Parafield Gardens are very open to every culture, and it obviously shows that Refugee Week, Culture Week, it always celebrates one or two cultures. They always want everyone else to join in as well.
Harmony Day this year is quite fun. Got to celebrate different cultures, got to see performance from different cultures that all over the world, to see their clothing, to celebrate each and every one differences.
In 2023, as part of our cultural inclusion work, we surveyed students about their experiences of racism at school. The results were disturbing.
Personally, I've experienced racism, and it's not a good thing.
I think part of the problem with racism is just ignorance.
Racism is a big thing. It can happen to most of us. Sometimes you just need to be patient with it because they don't know what they're saying sometimes.
When we realised that students were experiencing racism regularly and not knowing how to report it, we decided to create a reporting racism process. As a whole staff, we made some key commitments.
So when racism happens in our school community, a report will come through to us and we respond to that report, investigate it, talk to everyone who's involved and decide what action or response should happen next.
Parafield Gardens is at the cutting edge of what they're doing, both in terms of developing a policy. They're one of very few schools in South Australia that have developed an explicit anti-racism policy.
In class, the attitude towards everybody has changed. I feel more comfortable and safe.
I think it's been a big improvement compared to last year.
Yeah.
Because last year a lot of racism went unidentified. But compared to this year, they've actually put an effort into trying to stop the racism instead of just telling the kids off or suspending them, which I think is a very big improvement compared to last year.
You guys are much more on it this year, because last year you hear some crazy stuff and there'll probably be a smack on the arm, but this time there's a one-on-one, you gotta have that conversation.
Okay, well the difference between just suspending them and what we're doing, I think, is actually building the understanding. When you ask people to change their behaviour, you're also asking them to think about who they are and what's okay for them and what's not okay, and that level of reflection is really hard sometimes.
The work that they're doing in terms of exploring the complexities and really unpacking the complexities of this work and trying to really address the complexities rather than just sweeping over them is really imperative to the work of doing anti-racism.
In 2024, we are consulting with students, parents and caregivers and the wider community. We are also developing resources made by students for students. Our school strategic plan includes embedding more First Nations histories and cultures into our curriculum.
Another way to address this racism is we can make it a lesson. We could involve it in the health subjects.
What are your plans?
Well, the grand plan is that we don't have racism at our school, but we have a responsibility as people in this school to create a community that is safe for everyone.
True.
So we've got to think about that first, right?
That's true. Safety first. Safety first.
Safety first. You heard it here first, guys.
Come on now.
That's it.
Yeah.